Hey Sagittarius, how are you? My name's Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition, and this is going to be a general reading for you. If there are messages that resonate with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you would like a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. And happy Taurus season. Let's see what we got for you. Okay, this is a big reading. This is a no joke reading. We have 3 major arcana. Okay, first we have the Hanged Man, big Pisces energy. We have the Chariot, which is big Cancer energy. And then, 2 kind of came out at the same time, which I didn't realize, which I love. So we have then the Judgment card. And at the same time, we have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. So I didn't realize that one was hidden under there. So, okay, Sagittarius, we have 3 major arcana and then 1 minor arcana. We are in Taurus season. It's really a time of, I think we can all agree, or maybe not, but I can anyway. It's like to look outside. It's like the beauty of nature and the weather turning. And there's something energetically, right, of just kind of just wanting to slow down, right, and savor life. So we really are in a, Taurus energy, they're master manifestors because they know how to like set solid foundations to then build upon. So we are kind of in a season, and for a Sagittarius, this might be like, because you're like the archer, you're like shooting arrows up at like the spirits and the stars, and you're like so magical and you're mutable fire, so it's like always moving and adapting and da. But we are in a fixed earth season. So it's interesting that your first card is the Hanged Man. So again, this is big Pisces energy, if that resonates with anybody. But yeah, the Hanged Man is about surrender. And really it is about like anything that you're kind of the doing, the worrying, the controlling, the blah, 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 the trying to fix, the da-da-da. It's almost like, okay, all of that, I'm just going to stop all of that. I'm going to take a step back. And if all I have for myself today is 5 minutes, 2 minutes to myself, I'm going to go sit outside, maybe put my hands on my heart. I'm not going to bring technology or a human. And I'm just going to look at the trees. And I'm going to breathe. Okay, yeah. Everything is as it should be. Okay? There's something right now with Sagittarius just about slowing down. And because at the end of the day, you're a mutable sign. The mutable signs are the signs that can adapt to their environment. So it's like, in a way, it's like you don't have to always be moving, right? Because the world around us is always moving. And I think you're really being called to like maybe observe, what's happening around you and take action according to that. Okay? And I really love this for you. And now again, you got the Pisces energy and now the Cancer energy, if that resonates with you for whatever reason. But the Chariot, really is a card of victory. And it's Cancerian energy, which I love. But it's almost, this really is how a Cancer's intuition works. And I think you're being called right now to consider this approach. That it's, okay, this is like almost like victory and knowing that, right? So Sag, I think it's like if you take a step back, you can almost see where you'd like to go rather than, and again, based on what's happening around you, instead of the other way around, right? Again, you're a mutable sign. So I'm a cardinal sign, I'm Cancer. The cardinal signs always want to almost like thrust themselves onto their environment, whereas you're a mutable sign, you end a season. You're capable to adapt to your environment. So I think there's kind of a slowing down so you can kind of observe, take stock as to what's even going on with you out there and how you're supposed to dance with that. So the intuition of the Chariot is like slow. It's actually quite slow, but it's knowing the destination. It's like, I think, and if you slow down, you'll feel this for yourself. I think you do feel certain things of yourself that you're like, I know I'm destined to, and maybe destined, that's like a big word, but whatever. I feel this in my life, and I feel like you do too. there's certain things that you just know are like destined for you. So it's almost like that's like that chariot kind of taking the reins and being like, don't even worry about me. I know where I'm going. The how I will get there, I don't know. And that's where the adapting comes, right? And this is one of your superpowers. So, you know, this is a silly example I use often, but if you're like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, you know that's the destination. But anything can happen between leaving your house and going to the grocery store, okay? But you know where you're going. You're like, yeah, I'm going to the grocery store. I even know what I want to buy. I'm making this recipe tonight. I know what I want, whatever. And this is like a silly day-to-day example, but it's a metaphor for the bigger picture. So you get in your car, you're driving, you're like, there's a tree in the middle of the road. Why would that happen? Whatever. But then you're like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to turn around. You're going to adapt to your environment. You're going to be like, okay, I'm going to turn around. You know, I'm going to take this back road. And then, look at that, a family of rabbits. Then you stop and you enjoy that. You're like, wow, look at this, like nature, it's spring and the animals are having babies. Then you're like, okay, right, the grocery store. Then you keep going and you're like, okay, yeah, there's a river here. I might have to get out of my car and cross this bridge. So you get out and you're like, blah. All to say, it's like, the more you slow down and adapt to your environment, you're still gonna get to where you're meant to go, but it's like the adventure, and you are an adventure. You're an adventure personified, Sagittarius. It's like the more you kind of learn to just like know the destination, be open to the journey there, the adventure lies between point A and point B. And you don't have to worry, you're gonna make it to point B. So instead of this kind of like, like, you know what I mean? Like stop being a cardinal sign like me, like be like a mutable sign. Be like, okay, I have it in me to move. Where am I being called to move? What do I really want for myself? Where do I want to go? And between now and then, where am I being called to move? And it's like the chariot moves almost like, and the chariot's also too, it's like knowing that they're winning, knowing that they've already won. And it's like leaving, and I love this, like leaving a city behind. It's like leaving something old behind, right? And being like, bye, right? Literally, metaphorically, whatever. But the chariot, I always think it's like Jumanji. Remember Jumanji, the game, the movie, but like the game, the pieces would move like, it's almost like how the chariot moves, because it's like Cancer, right? It's a crab, it moves sideways. It's like, and the chariot has to move forward by keeping these sphinxes in balance, okay? So if you're out of whack, you can't move. You're not gonna know where to move. You're not gonna hear your intuition as to where to move, where to like proceed next, right? So it's like if you're out of whack and you're on your way to the store and there's a tree in the middle of the road, like, oh my God, like the frustration, all that, the anger, that fire wants to come out, instead of just being like, no problem. I'm gonna archer my way over to the next place. And yeah, so it's like being into balance. So it's like Sagittarius, I think for now, like for the purpose of this particular reading, it's almost like your balance is just like if you can, and I understand everyone's circumstances are different, but like any type of quiet. So you can breathe and feel what it's like to be alive in your vessel again, right? Even if it's 2 minutes, a minute. If you're like, I have children, I can't go outside, whatever. Okay, great. Well, be like, kids, go in that room for a minute. I'm gonna like, even if you're washing the dishes and you can just like feel, you know, that is meditating. I actually like hate guided meditations. And I always thought, I was like, I'm a bad meditator. But I was like, no, Danielle, you meditate all the time. Because that to me, it's like to go outside and just, that's meditating. It's meditating. Because there's something, Sagittarius, the Judgment card. I mean, you're approaching the end of the major arcana here. And this is basically like old you coming out of the coffin and hearing your next calling. So I think Sagittarius, some of you, I mean, in life, we think it's a certain way, then it goes another way, but I think some of you are headed towards kind of a new calling, and the universe wants you to be ready so you can hear it, right? And there's something here too, about that being under the Judgment, that it's like, if you are going through big changes or about to go through big changes, or you feel called to do a big change, whatever that may mean for you. If it's like a new career endeavor, a new relationship, leaving a relationship, moving, whatever, don't be afraid to ask for support. I know you can do it all, but you don't have to. You don't always have to do it all by yourself. You are so loved and supported. You're fantastic. Okay, Sagittarius, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it because it helps my channel grow. I love you so much. You're such a fabulous energy. Until next time, love ya.